Hey guys, I'm trying to see if this is gonna work for me. I'm trying to see if this is gonna work. Nope, it never works for me. It said rotate your camera so that you can film in landscape, and so I did, and it didn't film in landscape. So if anybody knows how to fix that, please let me know. So I just want to chat with you guys, see how everybody's doing. As promised, I wanted to come on here at different times to do the live to see if I can get different people at different times, since I don't really give you guys a lot of advance notice before I do my live. So I've tried it in the morning, I've tried it around lunchtime, I've tried it in the afternoon, and now I'm trying it in the evening, on Saturday evening. So when you pop in here, all I ask is that you just type something in, say hey. I just want to chat with you guys because, you know, I've had my fill of everything there is to do, every hobby. I've had my fill of every hobby that there is to do. And so, you know, I thought it might be nice to hang out with you guys. So welcome to my channel. My name is Natacha. Please make sure you say hey in the chat box and let me know where you are watching me from. That's the whole reason I do these lives, because I can talk to you in real time. And so for this live, I just wanted to chat. You can ask me anything, you know, and I'll see if I can answer it. I'll see if I can answer it, if I can be as honest as possible. So say hey, let me know who you are, and let me know where you're watching from. If you don't want to let me know where you're watching from, just tell me who you are. Welcome to my live. My name is Natacha. I'm out here in my family room, so you're going to hear noise. People are going about their business. If they want to come say hey to the live, they will. I told them that they could. People don't get dressed like they used to though. So here's my youngest saying hey.
Hi.
My youngest, Rayma. She used to be Ms. Mocha Baby, but she's 10. She's 10 now. You would think that now that I have all this time on my hands that I would do her hair. Hey, Ann Roberts, I caught you again. Listen, I am so guilty. Like, you would think I would do her twist over since I have all this time on my hands. Can I take your bun down so I can show the people? Her hair is doing super well, you guys. Look at this. These are still Girl Loves Your Curls rope twists that I did for a video. And what do you think? Have they held up just as well as the braids I used to do for you?
Well, they're a tiny bit shorter, but
short. Look at this. Look at all. If this is short, tell me what long is. I can't even get it in the. I can't even get this twist. Look at this. Look at her hair. I owe it all to laziness. I don't owe it to products. I don't owe it to methods. Nothing. I mean, I don't do anything. Maybe that's the key. But it's time for me to do it over.
Yeah.
She did. Did you end up liking them? She must. Ann Roberts must have watched the video with you. Did you? Because you were on the fence about the twist.
Yeah, I actually kind of did end up liking them.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit shorter though, so that's the thing I didn't.
But your hair doesn't look any shorter.
No, when it was in the braid,
Here, turn around.
stretched out long.
Turn around for this camera. Look, see? Look. This is not any shorter. Like, you don't have any. They're old.
No, but like if you didn't like stretch it out, it was.
Say hey to Ann Roberts.
Hi, Ann Roberts.
Yeah, she's my busy one. But I do think she ended up liking them. She didn't complain about them at all. I thought she would be begging me to do her hair all over again, but she never did. So I think they function just as well, you know, as the braids. I don't even think they fuzzed up any faster. Oh, she's sweet. Are you sweet? And Robert says you're sweet. Can we call you sweet? You're sweet. You're sweet. I love this one.
Yep.
She's my baby. Yeah, you're one of my favorites. You hear them talking? Does anybody else want to say hey to the live? I'm live on YouTube, guys. Does anybody want to say hello? Oh, my oldest is coming. My oldest is coming. My oldest.
Hello.
There's Becca. She's here to say hello. She's here to say hello. My 21-year-old. 21. Oh, there's Anika. Hey. Hey, this is number, which one are you? You're number 3 in birth order of the girls. This is Anika. She used to be Mocha Girl 3, right? And she's gonna be 15, so she's 14 now. She's gonna be 15 in the fall. Yep. Oh, it's all my 3 girls.
Are you missing one? One.
Well, oh yeah, you're not gonna see Mocha Girl 2. Rachel, if she blesses us with her presence, it will be a miracle. She's my one daughter that's always been kind of camera shy. So she's in her room reading her book somewhere or playing some kind of video game. Whatever she's doing, she's not going to be on this camera right here. But she's my high school senior. She's graduating this year. My son he's in his studio. He turned his room partly into a studio, and he was recording something upstairs. So it's not mealtime, so we're not gonna see him. Unless he comes down, we're not gonna see him. You know, I might as well just hold up his picture. But he had his headphones on, and the walls were vibrating, so I don't think he's coming downstairs anytime soon. But how are you doing? How are you doing? I feel like I've done everything. Like at the beginning of this situation, I had a whole long list of stuff that I was going to do. And I feel like I've done everything. And now I'm like, I have nothing left to do. And I kind of come face to face with a little bit of boredom. I can't complain. I'm grateful to be healthy. But how are you keeping yourself busy? Like, how are you keeping yourself entertained? Yes, everyone is well. Is Caleb down here? Did Caleb come down? Is that Caleb's voice?
Yeah,
Caleb, can you come say hey to the live? My son came down. Can you come say hey? Are you gonna come say hey? Caleb. Hey Rod, you wanna come say hey to the live? My husband's coming. They're coming. They're gonna say hey. This is my husband. Look at the beard.
Hey.
Look at the homebound beard. I'm loving it. Here's my son. Here's my son. He's coming to say hey to the live.
Ouch. Step on my toe. Who am I talking to?
He has this is N. Roberts. She's one of my longest supporters. I'm so grateful.
Thank you for supporting.
I'm so grateful.
She's probably gonna send you a gift.
That's what people do, but
What are you one of those people?
I'm just like,
Okay.
I don't know if cheapness has anything to do with it. You see what I'm dealing with? I have no support. Come say hey. Caleb, come say hey. Come let the people know what you've been up to. You've been dropping albums. You've been doing all sorts of stuff. You promised me a video updating your musical stuff. You got some food on your lip. You promised me a video. Doesn't he look like me? I got one that looks like me. I got one. Yeah, see, she said she saw one video. Oh, Rachel, are you gonna come say hey to the live? I'm live on YouTube. At least put your hand in. Can you put your hand in the live? She put her finger in the live. She almost put her whole arm in the live. Can you put your eye in the live? You're not putting your eye? Nothing? Okay. Well, she put her finger in the live. Okay. But what's really good? Tell Ann Roberts, because she's more I think you might be a little bit older than Caleb, but you're closer in age to him than me. So she might actually like your music. She might get it. You know what I'm saying? No, I like your music.
My music is for all ages.
Your music is for all ages?
Sure.
So what can you tell her about how to like, oh, she's 28 and he's gonna be 23. So you could tell her how to find your music online. Like what does she have to do?
Some Spotify and Apple Music and
Spotify, Apple Music. What does she look up? What's the name of the album?
there's 3, but the latest one is Colors.
Colors.
Yeah, if you just look me up, it'll come up.
Caleb Moten, Colors. Yeah, you guys get to hear his government name since he's out there anyway. It's free?
You can stream it for free.
You can stream it for free on Spotify.
You can find it on YouTube.
Colors. But it's interesting what you do with your music. Like when you first started doing this, I thought you'd only be recording yourself singing and yourself playing, but you kind of collaborate with a lot of people, so your albums are made up of a lot of fresh talent that we wouldn't have access to otherwise. Yes, Colors on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty impressed with. I don't know where he meets these people. You know, I don't even understand. And they're located not just here, right?
Oh, there's people from all over.
People from all over.
There's a guy from Canada on
See,
the last one.
she likes jazz. I don't even know what's bossa nova.
Oh, you'll like it.
He said you'll like it.
Yeah. It's not that jazzy. The next one is gonna be a little bit more
He's good at jazz though.
out there.
I think so.
This was my pop album.
Yeah,
As pop as it gets for me.
as pop as it's not instrumental. He sings on it.
There's some instrumental tracks though.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll like the next one a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah. Look at his locks. Yeah, hey, singing is it bees? Singing bee eyes? Hi. Yes, he has grown, and yeah, he graduated college, been working for like about a year now, right? Been doing really, really well. I can't believe he's in my life. Thank you, son. Yeah, you guys didn't know I was this corny, but I'm just so excited not to be alone up in here. Look, they all popping in. Look at Anika popping into my live. Rayma.
Hi.
If only I didn't have this little phone, I could have set up like my real camera, but you know, that would have been diligence. And I struggle with that. So were you trying to make yourself some food?
No, not yet. Dad's getting pizza.
Dad's ordering pizza. We're doing our best for supporting local businesses for takeout. So he's getting pizza. Come over here. Tell the people what you're doing right now, because you're working on your audition video.
Oh Lord, it has been such a struggle, but yeah. So I am.
Yeah, how has this situation affected you? Because this is audition season. Mm-hmm. Well, can you? If you guys don't know, I recently released a video that was recorded by Becca, sharing her dance story. It kind of updates you about why she's home, and what she's been doing and what her plans are for the future. This is audition season right now. She was getting ready to audition for companies to kind of, go into another company. And then this situation happened. So you are going to go in person to do auditions. Mm-hmm. But what are they telling you to do now?
Yeah, so I actually had my audition was supposed to be today, actually. Yeah, I am in. Well, I'm college age. If I had gone to college, I would be a junior.
You wanna sit next to me?
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I was supposed to be auditioning today, actually, but obviously it got canceled and moved online. So now instead of going in person and auditioning, I have to like make a video of myself, executing certain movements and then send it in to them for them to see and hopefully approve of. But yeah, in a sense, it's a blessing and a curse. What the nice thing about filming at home is that, I can redo it however many times I want to redo something until I'm very happy with the way until I like the way it looks. I can pick, what within certain like boundaries, I can pick like what I want to do. And I can really make sure I'm putting my best foot forward. Whereas, when you're like in a live audition,
I do think the video, and Robert says, is the video a challenge?
Yes.
I think it has been a challenge because, like she came home from work because she works a couple of different, like she teaches at a dance school and she also nannies. So she came home. Hey, Singing Breeze says, is the baby in college too? I wish. No, she's not in college. She's only 10. I got a long way to go. But, Ann Roberts was asking whether this video audition process is a challenge. It is a challenge because she has to record her dancing. And while my house is an open layout concept, it's not anywhere near as much space as she would have in a studio.
Yeah.
And also her time is limited because she's an essential worker. I guess, being a nanny is an essential worker because them folk have to go to work. So she, so she came home from work thinking she could record herself in the evening, but then lighting was an issue.
Yeah. Well, actually what happened was I was always planning on filming actually today. But then I was at work, and for some reason, I was getting really restless about it. So I was like, I just want to get over with. I'm just going to do it today. And so I ended up getting out of work later than I do on Fridays. And then I tried to film it, but it was really dark outside, and, I was running short on time. So
I mean, I have lights that I can, allow her to use. But again, the space is so small.
Yeah.
How do you set up the lights and have enough room to move and then set them up in such a way that they don't show up in the video? And I'm not necessarily good at setting up a shot for somebody that's moving.
Yeah.
So all of that is an issue. I'm not a videographer.
Yeah.
Yes, and Roberts is saying you're still blessed to have that nanny job. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea because we were thinking, when this all started, like, what are we going to do? Because she has her own expenses that she has to take care of. And, and it could have been the case that, like so many other people, she wouldn't have been able to continue working. And then we would have had to help her with her expenses.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we haven't had to do that.
Yeah, well, it worked out really well because I typically, when life is normal, I nanny for 3 different families. And then 2 out of those 3 families didn't need me because,
they're working from home.
Yeah, they're working from home.
Yeah.
But then I nanny for 2 veterinarians, and they needed me like full time because they were like, having to work. So it ended up working out because I had to drop my 2 families, but I could stay full time with my other family who had both their kids home all day now, but still need to go into work full time. So it's worked out really well, honestly. And then I teach my dance studios online, so it's been a blessing.
Yeah. And Roberts asked, did you already complete the video though?
Nope.
We had it all set up for today, but I told her this already myself. I told her that I think you would have a better shot of recording this at one of your dance schools that she teaches at, like in an actual dance studio with a bar and everything like that, because at least you'd have the space you need. I told her that, but she was like, nope.
Well,
the entryway is fine.
Well, that's where usually where I film for the studios that I teach at. That's where I film, And I really just wanted to have it over with. Like, they honestly only like officially announced that they were going online last week. And technically the video is not due until July, but I just like, I want it off my hands. I want the decision made. I want to know what I'm going to be doing moving forward. I'm done with like this weird like not lagging, but this weird in between time, you know? I wanted some finality to it. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get it done. And then this person was very, 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 very helpful today in helping me.
He's actually very tech savvy.
Yeah, he's
a
helpful.
software person, a video person. If only I could get him on my team.
Well, he was helping me.
I can't afford him. His time is money.
On your team.
Yeah, but
he's on my emotional team, but he doesn't have time to get behind my channel and film things and edit things. Yeah. But he does have that savvy, and so when he saw her recording, he just let her know that this is not going to work.
Studio, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, this.
So I got like halfway through it, and then he was like, "No, it's not going to work." And I had to stop, and it was a little bit.
He just has a cough, you guys. There's nothing wrong with him. You know, these days you can't just cough, honey.
Well, spit went down my throat.
Yeah, people don't believe spit can go down your throat anymore. You can't just be coughing. Don't go out there and just be coughing. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you by yourself. Okay, let me stop.
No fear here.
Yeah.
Too much authority in Jesus' name.
Amen. Well, it is true that I've been feeling a lot of peace. So, but I'm just being silly. But sort of. I have felt like coughing in BJ's or Walmart might cost me my life. People be looking at you like, oh no, you didn't. You know, why you out here coughing? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little silly. But yeah, as we were saying about the video, I know what it's like to just want to get it over with. But for something like this, you do want to get it over with, but at the same time, you want to put your best foot forward. Mm-hmm. And Robert says, Becca, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Aw, that's a sweet question. Lots of things. No.
What did he say?
He said annoy your father.
Annoy your father.
I'm his favorite child. I'm both of their favorite child. We all
They all say that.
Best 1 out of 5, you know. I like to do a lot of different things. I like to read. Did you spell it right? It's Bekah. So you gotta get rid of the C and then add an H and then
B-E. Her name is Rebecca, like the old school way. Rebekah. And so we've always told people, no, it's not Becky.
Oh yeah,
it is not.
Becky. The kids I nanny for tried to call me Becky the other day. I was like, listen.
Like I trained her from birth. It is not Becky. It's always been Becca.
Yes.
It's Bekah.
Yeah. But yeah, I like to read. I love listening to podcasts. I love taking walks.
You color too.
I love coloring.
You should show them your coloring piece. She has those coloring books that make you want to lose your mind, like with all the little teeny tiny sections to color in. She likes to do that.
I like YouTube. I like Instagram, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Don't you feel tired though? I feel like all the stuff that I used to be so busy that I couldn't wait to get home and veg on YouTube, veg on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean
and now I just feel like been there, done that. Cause that's
do I feel tired of that? I mean, I think I'm different from you. Another thing
because she's still working.
Well, that's what's been nice about knitting is I'm still out every day. I'm out working, so it's not really like I've just been sitting at home. And then when I do have time off, I have a few, like 1 or 2 days where I have like the morning off or something like that. And then I'm working on content for my studios, or I'm working on my audition stuff, like staying in shape. So I don't.
That's been really interesting to watch, because what her studio did was, I guess a lot of people's dance schools are doing this, because I've heard my friends say this. They moved their dance classes to Zoom.
Well, one studio did.
Oh, the other one didn't?
One studio is on Zoom. The other studio, we pre-record our videos every week, and then we have like a website that they go to, and we have like videos on there for them. So
that could be good, because if
yeah.
you pre-record, then that means that they have more flexibility to choose what time they want their
Yeah.
kid to do the class. But then you can't interact with the class though.
Well, yeah. So with the pre-recorded studio, it's definitely really nice for the family because we have bonus videos on there for them. They can do the class whenever they want to. The biggest problem with Zoom is that there's like so many issues with people not being able to hear, people not being able to connect. You have a limited amount of time unless you have premium, and so that.
And I do think you do your classes during a prime time though, because it depends on how many people are using the platform.
Well, it's Friday evening though.
Right, that's probably a prime time. You probably have, it's not just businesses you're competing with. You're competing with, oh, let's do a Zoom party. It's your birthday. Let's get all the relatives together.
Yeah. So I think the pre-recorded method it's a little bit more effective, but the Zoom method is definitely way easier. It's one and done. You write your class like you normally do. You present it. You have that face-to-face interaction, and then it's done. Whereas with pre-recorded videos, it's like, it takes a long time to set up, to make sure the music can be heard, to make sure you have enough content. Like face-to-face interaction when you're with the class and you're teaching, like that interaction actually takes up more time than you think it does. Like, you don't just go from like combination to combination. Like, you have to answer questions. They want to tell you about their dog that died yesterday. They have to get a drink of water. Like, it all feeds in.
Yeah.
Whereas
Can I go to the bathroom?
Can I go to the bathroom? Miss Becca, why are you wearing that color shirt today? How old are, like, they have, everything. So, when you're just filming yourself, it's like you don't have any of that. So it takes a lot longer to fill up the time. So you have to create more content. And it takes time and effort. And then you have to watch it over to make sure nothing went wrong. And then you have to send it to them, which sometimes there's technology issues with uploading and like all this stuff. So I think it works better for like the students and the families, but as a teacher, it's more complicated. But what I do like though with my studio that does online, where we pre-record, is that we started adding in like Zoom meetings just for face-to-face interaction. So that's been nice because it's like they have like the material and then they have everything they can work on, and then we can still like see them face-to-face, because teaching without that interaction can be very not fun.
Well, you have to have Wi-Fi or data to be able to do Zoom though. And that's one thing I'm concerned about, because I use Zoom for the classes that I teach at the Umbrella School.
Yeah.
And I just took Wi-Fi for granted, but for the past couple of days, our Wi-Fi has been down. And so for a couple of my classes, I could do Zoom on my phone and still pretty much do a class. But for the history class, where I have like a PowerPoint presentation, I need my laptop, and the hotspot, using my phone as a hotspot. We got everybody trying to use their phone as a hotspot and run, Zoom at the same time. It's just not going to work in my house. So I'm hoping Wi-Fi holds up tomorrow, because we lost Wi-Fi for hours yesterday, or on Monday. Yeah, we lost Wi-Fi for hours yesterday, and then I lost it again for a little while today. So I'm hoping nothing happens on Monday, because, this system has its limitations, So I just hope these things don't break down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you're pretty... Yeah, and Robert says, I think I would go insane. Well, I experienced a little bit of that yesterday. I had my whole day laid out, what I was going to do. Even with my painting, I like to do tutorials on YouTube, but you need Wi-Fi. You can't do nothing without Wi-Fi. And I probably could have gone on my phone to do a tutorial, but my screen is so small. And since I wear glasses because I'm nearsighted, or is that called nearsighted when you need glasses to read? That's nearsighted.
I think so.
Or am I farsighted? I can see well far away, so maybe I'm farsighted. But anyway, using your phone, I can't really do YouTube videos on my phone if I'm trying to follow a painting tutorial. So
Yeah.
no Wi-Fi was a revelation for me. I was like, wow, I was fine as long as I had Wi-Fi. I was good as long as there was Wi-Fi. The peace of the Lord was with me as long as there was Wi-Fi. I had to laugh at myself. I was like, wow, okay. I do think I'm doing more social media. I'm doing more videos, more media than I've ever done before. And that's probably not good.
Yeah.
We can't see you in the shot.
I know.
Okay, good. Oh, you don't want to be seen.
No, I do.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
I don't care.
That's okay. I can't figure out how to do a landscape. When I start the live, the YouTube gives me that option. But when I do what they say, when I rotate my phone, it still doesn't give me a landscape view. So I'm wondering, have you ever watched a live on your phone? If you watch it on your phone, is it still like this, or is it Nicole Swiderski? I know you. I miss you too. Hey, thanks for popping in on this live. She said, I need another video about successful homeschooling. It's so hard with an almost 2-year-old and 2 other kids who need to share a computer. Oh. It is hard, you guys. I mean, Nicole, like the last live I did, I was saying, be comforted, because this is not homeschooling. Yeah. This is crisis schooling, okay? And if you were switching your kids from public school to homeschool, you'd at least have a period of adjustment, and you just have to sink or swim right now.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can do is just be realistic about what to expect.
Yeah.
Oh, and Roberts, you said you watch it from your phone. So when you're watching it on your phone, do I fill up your whole screen, or do you see those black bars on the side? So be encouraged, Nicole, because this is really, really hard. Like, not only do they have to adjust to doing school like this, but at the same time, there's like an underlying anxiety that they might be experiencing. They might be a little stressed out. It's hard to focus. Like, school might not seem really relevant right now. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to think about all of that and give yourself a break. And give them a break, and always be communicating with their teachers. This is what's going on. This is what we're dealing with. Yeah. You can. We gonna make it, you guys. We're gonna just crawl through this thing together.
Yeah. And too, if it helps you from like.
Let me see. Oh, you said it's vertical. It's vertical. So you see the whole thing. You don't. It looks fine on your phone. And Roberts. See, because that's what I was thinking. Maybe the live is set up for to be viewed on the phone, and it's not a problem for her. It's only if you're watching it on the laptop that you see those bars. That's what I'm wondering. And you said the chat is under. Okay. Yeah, so that would mean if I answer, it'll take you a while to see what I'm saying. I use my laptop to watch YouTube. Just because I could see. Oh, and Robert says it looks fine. Oh, okay, well, that's good to know, because I think based on my analytics, most people watch it on their phone. So I'm the only one struggling on my computer. And another thing I noticed with the last chat, and I don't know if this is happening because of this new situation, maybe more people are uploading, or they're being more careful with how they process the videos that are going out right now. It used to be that after I do a chat, it would immediately, be saved to my page, and you could just go right back to my page and watch it. Last time, it took a day for the chat, the live to show up on my page. So I don't know if that's going to happen today. So we'll see.
Yeah. But I was going to say about like, the homeschooling thing, like having all your kids at home during this time and trying to get them to do their school and stuff. Like, from a teacher's perspective, as a dance teacher, it's been interesting because I've had a few parents apologize to me, and say like, oh, like we're so sorry, like that we can't get our kid to for my younger classes, like talking like 4, 3, 5, little ones, like it's been so hard to get her to do class, like it's been a real struggle, like I'm so sorry, I feel so bad, da, 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 da. And I've just been like, listen, my expectation for them is not that. Like, I know when I'm filming my classes or when I,
Go ahead. You sit in that one,
they're,
'cause my back is hurting.
that they're.
I'll slide down. Sorry,
Oh.
we can't share a chair.
I didn't know you were talking to me. I thought you were talking to me.
Her muscular situation is set up such that I was about to die.
Oh my gosh.
Child is buff.
Yeah, no, but what I was saying was that I've had a lot of my parent, like a lot of my students, a lot of their parents have like apologized to me because they're really struggling to get their kids to like do the class, and I was like, and I always say like, listen, my expectation for them, like I understand the depth of the situation that we're in. I know it's hard. I don't expect, like they're at home. There's a million distractions. Like when I'm in class with them and they're at the studio, I have to like constantly be like, okay, pay attention. Okay, stop pulling on your friend's hair. Okay, stop talking. Okay, let's get, when they're in the studio and they don't have like all the distractions around them and there's not all the craziness going on that there is. So when they're at home, like I don't expect them to like be doing every single class perfectly, paying attention the whole time. It's like, I don't know. I have like a lot of grace for all of my students right now. And so I always try to like comfort the parents with that, is like knowing like there's a huge standard of grace going to you from like us as teachers. So, don't beat yourself up if it's not going very smoothly right now.
Just to let you guys know, yet again, my battery's low. I have it hooked up to my laptop. I don't know why it's not charging, but if it cuts off, that's why. If the live ends abruptly, my phone died. But hopefully that won't happen.
How is everyone getting along in the house? Cabin fever.
What do you think? Because I think I'm the most volatile family member.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can tell from the videos. I think everyone in my family, I think most of the other family members, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think most people are more laid back.
I'm actually happy.
Oh, in our family?
As compared to me.
Yeah. I'm actually.
You don't think so?
I mean, I guess so. I guess it, like, in what?
I mean, I think I'm the one that's more likely to lose it out of everybody. No?
What?
You don't think so?
I don't know if that's the way I would describe it.
I'm gonna say I'm pleasantly surprised. I have had my moments, but I'm pleasantly surprised that I'm not losing it more. I think I'm doing okay. Like, what do you think?
You're doing terrible.
You're doing horrible. We need to call 911.
I'm actually kind of liking it since we have a lot of family time.
Oh yeah, the younger ones are loving this. Like,
Loving is a strong word.
loving. You like all the family time.
I mean, I
To
feel
a
like
certain extent.
I feel like for us, like, I mean, I'm not in the house any less or any more than I was before, to an extent. I mean, to an extent I am, because I'm not going to my studios anymore. But I'm still like nannying full time, so I'm not home a ton, so it doesn't feel too bad. They're definitely, I'm not gonna lie though, just because of the stress of like the situation and like the craziness of it, like there are times where I'm like, okay, I need to take like 10 steps back from all of you. I'm going for a walk.
I've noticed an interesting dynamic in our house. I've noticed that everyone is aware of the stress of the situation, but we're all coping with it differently. Like, some people are what I'll call external processors. Like, I'm an external processor. So I'm going to talk about what's going on inside of me, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. Oh, because we get the newspaper delivered to us every day. Oh, look at this headline. Oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? If anything, I feel like emotions have gone high in the house with people expressing what they think about what's going on. what they heard on the news, or how people are responding, or how the individual might think we should respond. And we don't always, in my house, agree. We don't always respond the same way. And we don't always feel like we want to approach things in the same way. And so that can cause a little bit of bickering at times and a little bit of friction. But as far as having to be together, I think we do have an advantage that we've grown up like as a homeschool family, where we spent the majority of our time together already anyway. If anything, this has felt more like a welcome blast from the past, because we had gotten to the situation where the older kids were so busy. It was the exception, not the rule, that we would eat meals together, or when we were having special events, it would be wonderful if everyone could make it. So now that we're all in the house, it's like it used to be back in the day, and we've been kind of enjoying that. But we've had to talk and kind of renegotiate some things, because I had to tell the kids, look, I'm not trying, this ain't the diner. You know what I'm saying? This is not the buffet, where everybody just chills all day, and then they show up in the kitchen and they just expect meal after meal after meal. And I had to tell them, this is a lot more cooking than what I was doing before, and since I still have my responsibilities as a teacher, it's not like I have that much extra time to be doing all this extra work, and for people to be bored and be wanting, more variety and all this stuff. And so, graciously, Becca, she cooks on Saturdays and Sundays, and I try to get people to clean up after themselves. Like, we were starting to bicker about stuff like that, or not really bicker, or people just not really understanding what impact, their personal choices were having on other family members. And we had to actually renegotiate that stuff. So in that sense, it's been a little tricky, but I do miss leaving my house. I think we all miss leaving our house. Even though we're used to being home together, we're also used to going out and going to church, going shopping, going to hang out with friends, going to the mall, going to the gym. We're used to being out. So I think everyone is feeling a little bit stir crazy.
Yeah.
I try to get us to do family walks. It doesn't happen as much as I would like. But whenever it does, it's like awesome.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of us. So I think I've gotten a couple of funny looks. I'm sure you never noticed a funny look, because you're so optimistic.
I try to be.
You try to be.
I always am.
But we are getting along well, but I don't feel like we're getting on each other's nerves any more than usual. But we've always been the let it all hang out kind of family. So we've always let you know when when you were getting on our nerves. So I don't feel like it's any more than before. Oh, why are you making that face?
Well,
Why are your teeth green?
Ew.
Oh, gum. She's eating gum.
I'm not eating, I'm chewing. Different. But
And Robert says, that's good. That's good that for the most part is going well. Yes, it is. Oh, and Nicole said something earlier. She said, definitely a lot of distractions, like an almost 2-year-old running around. You don't see that in school. Yes, exactly. So give yourself a break.
Yeah, honestly.
I like being a stay-at-home mom way better than a homeschooling mom. You know what? I was saying this in my last video. I know everybody feels like they're homeschooling, but if there was just any message that I could send out there to people that usually have their kids in school, this is not homeschooling, you guys. This is not what homeschooling is like. Even people that are homeschooling are having a hard time right now. I know of people who have kids that have shut down. They're just like, listen, this subject means nothing to me right now when people are dying. You know what I'm saying? People are dealing with real depression. I've been hearing that suicide is at an all-time high. It was bad before, it's really bad right now. You know what I'm saying? People are terrified, and so, and depending on where you live, if you live in New York, I'm telling you, it's a lot. Like I might be bored here in Delaware, and people are getting sick here, and but it's nothing compared to some other places. I'm from New York, and I know what's going on down there, and what it's like for my relatives that live there, and so I'm sure those parents are having a hard time with their kids, and it might even be hard for those parents to give that much energy to school. You know what I'm saying? If they're terrified, if they're depressed, if they're trying to figure out how they're gonna, get what they need from the store, or they're too afraid to go to the store. So we have to see this thing in the proper context, and I've said this before, but as a teacher, more and more, I keep saying this last quarter, it just doesn't seem fair. I know we have to move forward, and kids have to continue to learn, but it doesn't seem fair to assess them to the same degree that we were assessing them when things were normal. I almost wish we could just be like, okay, pass, fail. You know what I'm saying? And this doesn't factor in as heavily to your final grade as it would have under normal circumstances, because I'm telling you, some students are going to be able to cope and make it through this. But other students, this may be beyond their psychological ability. And if we're humane, we'll have to admit that, that's to be expected. And it almost feels like a penalty, to judge them based on the same standards, so give your kids a break, give yourself a break.
Yeah.
And this ain't homeschooling, so don't evaluate homeschooling by this. We're just doing the best we can. We're just doing the best we can. I heard somebody say on Instagram, this has made me have so much respect, for the homeschool families out there that choose to do this. There's a special crown for you. There's a special crown for you in heaven. Listen, we ain't that good. If it was always like this, I don't know that a lot of us would sign up for this. This is not what it is. So that can allow you to give yourself a break as well. But discipline is key. So if discipline was an issue for you before, discipline is going to be an issue for you now to get them under control, because to get them to do their work, they have to be willing to listen to you. You have to have some kind of consequence, some kind of plan to make that flow.
Yeah,
so if there's anything maybe homeschool parents may have over people that are just thrown into this, is that we've had to establish that. But that's not to say that every homeschool family even has that under control, So I'm praying for y'all, but pray for us too. It ain't easy for us. It's not easy for us either. You know what I'm saying? So Nicole said, we're used to being in the house, so it feels the same to us. That's true. That aspect is true. The aspect of being in the house, but the stress of it makes it so that the stress of what's going on with the virus makes it so that I'm a little bit more permissive than I would be under normal circumstances.
Yeah.
This child right here has been going to bed so late, and I wouldn't allow that under normal circumstances. She might get more sugar than I would normally allow her to get, because Betty Crocker over here is always baking something.
You know it.
She's all buff, like her metabolism can take it because of all the exercise that she does, but the rest of us, well, the struggle is real, and so the downside of that is she's tired, she gets up later, she's cranky crabby because she's not getting enough sleep, she's wound up on sugar. All of that can work against us on the back end, but I'm allowing those things because, to kind of offset the emotional climate.
I mean, it was spring break.
Yeah, it was, but I'm saying, yes, we allowed that stuff during spring break, but if you're honest, you were going to bed late before spring break.
But
Before spring break. You were eating all that sugar before spring break.
No.
Okay. So give yourself a break, Nicole. And having a 2-year-old at a time such as this, and you can't take her to the park, you can't take her, you know what I'm saying? The struggle is real. The struggle is real.
Yeah.
The struggle is really real. We're losing light. I know it looks like it's bright in the camera, but it's getting darker and darker in this family room.
Yeah. All right. Well, it has been lovely talking to you all.
Yes,
It's time for me to go.
It's time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
I'm about to buy indoor mini trampoline.
Oh, Nicole said she's gonna buy an indoor mini trampoline. Yeah, do that and let me know how it works for you.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about this
I
one
love
on an indoor trampoline. I'm concerned about her. I mean, we have an outdoor trampoline. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go through the ceiling with an indoor trampoline?
The thing about an indoor trampoline is they're not as bouncy as an outdoor trampoline, so probably not.
Yes. It's good well, I can't see you, but it's good to talk to you in real time too, and Roberts.
Yeah.
So you guys be blessed. I pray that you guys stay safe. I pray that you don't allow fear to overtake you.
Yeah.
The thing I keep telling myself over and over and over again. Oh, Nicole said there's a bar for them to hold on to. All right, okay, but would you actually hold on to the bar? Like I could see you jumping over the bar, but I don't see you holding on to the bar.
Bar is if I had that, I might
Yeah, you'd leap over the bar. You'd leap over. She is my adventurous one. But what I was saying is the thing that I've been realizing more and more is that God is not blindsided by any of this. We never expected this, but God always knew what was coming, and He's still in control. And just holding on to that fact in and of itself has given me a lot of peace. He knows what's going on. He sees what's coming. He's still in control. The bottom line is, can I trust him or not? The alternative doesn't give me any comfort. What do I have to lose? You know what I'm saying? And I've been having a lot of peace just knowing that God is good, that He has a good plan, that He's in control, and that this is not going to last forever. Because it feels like it's going to last forever because we don't have a definite end. And people are making all sorts of projections. People are making all sorts of predictions. But God is the one that knows. And He's giving me peace. And so I'm choosing to lean in on the peace. And I'm hoping for the best. Don't let this situation make you hopeless. You're not hopeless. You know what I'm saying? As long as God is, we can have something to hope in. We can hope in Him. So anyway, I hope you guys are blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
God loves you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.